Today, we'll talk about how populations grow. This lesson was made by Rebecca Bennett and Mariah Thrush as part of Ohio University's NSF-funded Boat of Knowledge in the Science classroom. Population is defined as all the individuals of a particular species within a specified area or region. For the world, our annual birth rate is 19 births per 1,000 people, while our death rate is 8 deaths per 1,000 people. Notice that the birth rate is larger than the death rate. This means that more humans are entering the world than leaving. Pause the video and discuss why you think the birth rate is higher than the death rate. Improvements in medicine and agricultural productivity have allowed for more people to survive and reproduce. Humans are not evenly spread across the U.S. Cities like New York City are considered overpopulated, while Montana could be considered underpopulated. Researchers have several ways to describe how populations inhabit an area. Geographic distribution is where individuals are located. For example, humans' geographic distribution is all over the world, while the elephant's geographic distribution is Asia and Africa. Another way to think of geographic distribution is range. Researchers can see patterns of how organisms inhabit an area. Even distribution is evenly spaced in an area. Clumped has individuals living in groups or around a particular resource, and random exhibits no apparent pattern. Population density is the measurement of population per unit area, such as the number of humans per square mile. Pause the video and take a moment to figure out the population density of the classroom, assuming the classroom is 100 square feet. If there's 20 students in your classroom, then the population density would be 20 students per 100 square feet, simplified to 2 students per 10 square feet, or 0.2 students per square foot. Researchers can create a simplified equation to calculate the growth rate of a population by knowing 4 characteristics of the population: births, deaths, immigration, and emigration. Births and immigration represent individuals moving into a population, while deaths and emigration represent individuals leaving a population. This is a simplified equation. What kind of factors would influence population other than these 4 traits? Disease and predation would influence population growth, though they aren't considered in this equation. What other factors have you thought of? The growth of a population can be described by 2 basic growth types: exponential and logistic. In exponential growth, a population can grow with no restrictions, causing the growth rate to accelerate as time continues. In logistic growth, some factor or factors can restrict the growth of a population, causing growth to slow down and plateau at a certain amount. This amount of individuals is called the carrying capacity. If the population grows above the carrying capacity, there won't be enough for everyone, so some individuals will die until the population is at or below the carrying capacity. The carrying capacity is influenced by a wide variety of factors. These are also called limiting factors. Competition is a race for resources. When resources are in limited supply, some individuals won't get enough to survive or reproduce, while successful individuals will find enough resources to reproduce and pass their genes along. This is a density-dependent factor. This means that the more dense the population, the larger the influence of the factor. In this case, if more individuals are in an area, then competition would be increased. Predation is a fact of life. Animals need to eat, and sometimes they eat other animals. This is a density-dependent factor as well. Predators can't catch as many prey when the prey is in low density, and prey won't be caught as much if there aren't as many predators. Parasites and disease can weaken individuals, preventing reproduction and possibly killing them. This is density-dependent once again. Individuals packed together are more likely to transmit diseases to one another than individuals that are spaced apart. Unusual or extreme weather can cause problems for organisms. A drought through a season or a wetter than average season can prevent reproduction or food gathering and affect the probability of survival. This is density independent. Weather can affect individuals both clumped together and individually. Natural disasters like tsunamis, tornadoes, earthquakes, and volcanoes can kill individuals in the path of the event and will greatly reduce food and shelter resources. Like unusual weather, this is a density-independent factor. We'll be continuing with a deer activity to model population growth.